Hi. Well, today is the first full day of spring, at least on the calendar. However, I think the earth needs to catch up a little with the calendar because I look out my window and it is snowing, okay? Um, I know it's not going to last very long and the earth is warm enough that it's going to melt. In fact, I think about all the snow we've had this winter, and the melting of the snow has really encouraged the blooming of the crocuses, all the new growth of forsythia, everything we see in springtime. Without the water, it's not going to grow. So we need everything, don't we? We need the winter, we need the summer, we need the spring. And I'm thinking symbolically about spring as well as I always do. Um, and I'm thinking about, where's the spring within my soul? Where's the spring? What do I need to bring out of myself that's going to symbolize that spring that I see all around me? The new growth, the renewal, new things in my life, creativity. Where do I go from here? I'm never too old, by the way. I'm 78 and I keep doing it, okay, as everyone can. I'm not unique in that, of course. But I'm always thinking about new things. And so I think again symbolically about, limbering up, stretching my muscles, flexing my muscles. And then I think about spiritual muscles. What do I do about that? How do I flex my spiritual muscles? Well, by spiritual practice, of course. It takes practice to limber up your physical muscles, and it takes practice, spiritual practice, to limber up spiritually. It's a pleasant thing. It's a fun thing. Unlike physical stretching and flexing, etc., where we can push too hard, where we can get some aches in our muscles. Okay, I don't think that happens with spiritual flexing and of our muscles. It's much easier. It's much more pleasant. In fact, the more we do it, the better we feel. Okay, we need to get our inside straight, our inner landscape straight, before we can expect that our physical reality is going to be, or get to the optimum of experience, the best that we could possibly do, be, experience, etc. And so it's important to turn our attention at the blooming of the spring to what's blooming inside of us. What are we creating within us? Where's it going to go? How is it going to be? Well, it's up to us. And this is a perfect time of year to think about that. It's like the beginning of the Earth's year, the beginning of the seeds of consciousness blooming all around us, within us and without us. And so it's time now to think about that. It's time now to understand that spirit has no constraints. Physical reality has no constraints for spirit, right? And spirit is where we can go to think about all that wonderful possibility, not only for ourselves, but others near and far who have experienced such devastation at this time of the year. It's really, really important that we think not only of ourselves, but of others. And thinking of others, we renew ourselves as well. Works both ways. So think about a giant fountain within us, the giant fountain that is spirit. And the fountain represents the water that is constantly flowing, ever renewing itself. And all we need to do is go within and stretch out our hands, stretch out a cup, to accept what Spirit wants to give us. Spirit wants to give us all good things. Spirit wants to give us renewal. And so let's think about that this week. Think about eternal spring. Think about that wellspring within you that you can tap into at any time, whenever and wherever you are. Have a wonderful week and come back next week for more Inner Landscapes.